Hey, we're in that lesson about canning again. Today I'm going to talk about the tools that we will use in canning. I've already done a video on the pots and pans that you can use. I've done a video on the jars and the information on that. And I've done a video on the lids, the seals, or the rings, whatever you call them. So if you haven't checked out those videos, I'd encourage you to do so. I'm trying to do this series to simplify it, to help anybody understand it. But I may be missing some parts, and if you have questions on any of them, please put it in the comments. I'm happy to try to help. I would love to see every household canning, and we don't rely on the stores for our food. We rely on our shelves for our food. I'm holding this up. I've had people go, they die hard to this book or to that book. This is the book that came with my pressure canner, so I really use this a lot, but I also use some of the other resources. I've also gone on to some of the online groups and asked questions there and learned some stuff from there. I do need to put a disclaimer on all of this. I am speaking from my personal experience. So I encourage new beginners to follow the rules pretty closely until you get the feel of what it's like to can, and you'll know what you're expecting and what you should see, and then you can tweak it as you want. First thing that we're going to need is we're going to need something to be able to lift the jars out of the hot water. And I really like, these are made by Ball. I really like this one. You have the rubber handle and you have the rubber gripper here. One of the other ones that I had, I think they were plastic or they were wooden, but they fell apart on me and it got hot on my hands a lot. These are wonderful, and I probably invest in another pair of these, but get these. If it's not Ball, make sure there's rubber here and rubber here. One of the other tools that I would say do not waste your time on is I had this because I used to put the lids down in the big water bath when I started again here, because that's the way that you sanitized everything. I'm going to show you a different way. So when those were down in there, it was really hard to fish them out. So you'd put this down inside of there and then you'd bring them out all together. Don't waste your money on this. Instead, what I do is I put my lids inside just of a Tupperware bowl that I've had hot water and vinegar in. And then I use my beautiful magnet to just pull them out of there. Watch. They even just holding on to the side. So wonderful. A lot cheaper too. And works pretty good. Along with this, very important for beginners, and I would encourage you to do this, is getting one of these tools that show you what head space is and where it is in the jar. So if it is an inch, it's going to have you put that top into there. And what it means is wherever the food should come up only to that level. It should not be below it and it should not be above it. They want you to have it right at it. Headspace is very important in canning. It could make and break a seal. This tool, this side of it, is used for debubbling, getting all the air out of your jars. Before you put that lid on there, you're going to get rid of all those air bubbles, because air bubbles are not a good thing in canning. Then you also want a funnel. These are wider than your regular mouth ones, but these will fit on your regular mouth jars and your large mouth. These also come in bigger, wider tops. They're going to be nicer and fill a lot more, because I've hit these and things have fell outside. Kind of funnel that you use in here. I actually got this as a set. Pretty reasonable. You can buy like a name tag of your jar, and then it's water soluble, so it'll just disintegrate in your water. You don't have to worry about it. This also was an extra that I had bought to put on the bottom of my pans. You never want to put a jar directly on the metal of your pan. You want to have something between your jar and your pan. I got these. On one of the posts that I did, a beautiful person told me about, they tie these together and they put them in the bottom of the pan, and that would work as well too. Really good idea. The other thing that you'll need is you'll need something to be able to take your lid off with, and this will just take it off. Now I've already popped this one, so don't think this is a bad one. And I've seen these different styles too. So those are some tools that I would encourage you to get to have on hand if you're going to be canning. Have any questions on this video, please put them in the comments below. And as always, it really does help me if you like, share, follow, save, and comment. So thank you for watching, and have yourself a great day.